Okay, we're looking at the Tanach unit right now. So this is what it looks like on the front. As you know, it's the same for grade 8 and grade 9, because grade 9s, you didn't do this last year, and it's essential that you do this introductory unit to Tanach before going forward. So what we know about Tanach, Tanach can be called many things. Some people call it the Hebrew Bible, some people call it the Jerusalem Bible, some people call it the Old Testament. The Tanakh consists of 24 books. The most famously known one of those among Jews are the 5 books of Moses, the first 5 books. That's what the Torah comes from, right? So we have 3 sections of the Tanakh, and within the 3 sections, there are 24 books. There's Torah, which is the 5 books of Moses, Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra, Bamidbar, Devarim, or in English, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. There's Nevi'im, the writings of the prophets, such as the book of Shmuel, the book of Yehoshua, the book of Melachim, meaning kings. And there is Ketuvim, the writings, which includes Megillat Esther and Megillat Ruth and Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs, and a load of other great stuff. As we know, there are 4 main sort of themes that go throughout the Tanakh. There's law, narrative, prophecy, and wisdom. And what we've got in our book is just a couple of examples of each. So you want to see law, 2 examples. The one example is this one right here, Vayikra 19:9, a perfect example of a law, this one talking about the harvest. Here's another example of a law. This one is making vows. Then you want to know narrative. So very often the Tanakh is giving us stories, but it's telling us stories that we can learn a lesson from. It's setting the stage for what's about to happen. So here is one from the book of Judges. And it continues. It's quite a long one. Please do make sure you know it really well before the exam, that you read it carefully. And here is another one from the book of Shmuel. Now, just a quick note on the format of this book. We've been really careful with it to help you. Whenever a box of texts looks like this, meaning it's in a scroll pattern, you see these? That means it's from the Torah, from the 5 books of Moses. Whenever it looks like this, right, this sort of scroll pattern, that means it's from the books of the prophets. So it's from the Nuh in Nevi'im. And whenever when it looks like this, that means it's from Ketuvim, the K in Ketuvim. And when it looks like this speech bubble pattern, that means that's basically me talking. So that's just an explanation that I've added in. So you have to know the difference between a source from the Torah, a source from the Nevi'im, a source from the Ketuvim, and an explanation of the source. What we've got here is a list of those 24 books in the order in which they appear in a Jewish printed Tanakh, in a Hebrew Bible. You don't need to memorize that, but this is just important. You can't really learn Nach without having these references. What you have here